What's that? I didn't kick you anywhere. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Dishin of Clix. As always, I am Mary's Edge. We are a little delayed. I do apologize for having my guts explode on me last week. With me is some Heroclix royalty, which I don't understand why I even have the pleasure of talking with. On the left of your screen is George Massau, two-time world champion now at Team Worlds and individual worlds. And on the right-hand side, the dead weight that he pulled to a championship, Matty G. How are you guys doing?
I think we all know who the dead weight in the tournament was.
Oh, it definitely was. It definitely. Well, we can say it's the guy who's not here because you were paired with Adam Friedman. So, I mean, if you want to go ahead and start that shots fired, you're more than welcome to. But I won't say that. I didn't even make the cut, and I didn't even play in the main event. I was just spectating. I was just there to enjoy Memphis. So that's what I was doing. So other than that, how are you guys doing? How's everything going on? Good. Great. Wonderful. You're so riveting.
Finally got to get this show. Last time we were on, no audio, right?
Yeah. It was just a lot of you and me.
It was a fun show.
It was the greatest show that nobody will ever see. That's how great that show was. It was a wonderful, fantastic show that won't ever be seen. Oh, I got to fix something real fast because you can't even see my big stupid face.
It will be rumored and speculated about till the end of time.
Yeah, that's basically it because it was a decent sized show too. It was like an hour and a half, maybe longer. And then I went to go pull it up and look at it. No audio whatsoever. It was.
You just should have typed in the subtitles word for word.
That would have been a very long subtitles.
You may be finished next year if you'd have done that.
Yeah, that was a long one. All right, so first things first, I guess I'll ask the question that everyone's going to probably want to know. How did this team even come to be a team? Like, who decided, hey, let's put these three people together and play?
Can I take this one, Matty? Because I think I kind of...
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, go ahead.
So Adam and I were talking about pairing up. I think we had previously played with Paris at Paris Coordinates at some event. I can't remember what. And we had a good time, but we didn't do so well. We didn't pull so great. We didn't do so well. And so we had... So me and Adam were, chewing the fat on Heroclix, and we're like, hey, let's talk to Paris, see if he wants to do anything for Memphis. But Paris caught us. He's like, you two are dead weight to me. He's like, that last tournament, you guys weren't pulling your weight, weren't meeting up expectations. So I had to get a new partner. I think he got like his dad and somebody else. So we were cut, and we're like, man, well, what are we gonna do about a third? And then Matty was free, and we're like, heck yeah. I don't want to drop any F-bombs, but I'm like, yeah, let's go after Matty. Like, he's a fun dude to hang around, and I think he's a pretty decent player. Decent, right? Just maybe a little decent. No. Matty's actually awesome. So we asked Matty. There were some, things discussed, and Matty hung out with us. So it was me, Matty, and Adam. That's how we got together. Worked out good, too.
Well, yeah, I would assume so. I mean, you guys ended up winning a damn...
And, we didn't pull the greatest either. I mean, there were better pulls than what we had. Like, Adam was fielding 2 boards earliest. Like, oh, your team was actually the best. And I pulled up, whatever was caught in the... whatever leftover food was caught in the sink drain is, what I made a team out of, I was like, a little bit of pork and some corn, green beans, throw that together. So what were... We get out of the little screen basket.
So it was a weird set that's gone forever. We don't need that camera right there anymore. So that's right off the back. I don't even think I'm on screen anyways, so we'll leave that on the ground right there for now. No, she's upstairs. I'm SO. I could fall and die down here. She would never know. I'm dead to everyone. I don't actually, with the way that Skype is working, I don't even think I'm on screen anyways, and it's just showing my ceiling. So if they are getting it, hey, it's a great.
It's showing underneath the desk. So
It's a
like, with
great.
A toe or paint a toe and put a toe under there. And,
Oh,
like,
nice.
This is your host, Aries Edge.
Fantastic. I think I might have some shoes underneath there. Oh man, I didn't even.
Where we toe the line.
Yeah. All right. So with that being said, because I've botched many things as of this moment because I also didn't grab a charger for my laptop. I am a fucking disaster at this moment. So why don't you guys go? It was a weird set to draft from. It was a colossal booster set, which I don't think we've ever had a draft for a championship that way. So why don't you guys go ahead and break down the 6 boosters you got, what you decided on, and why? I guess you did decide on what you pulled. I know. I remember Adam having Proteus or something on his team.
Adam had 2 Proteuses. I don't really know exactly how all his games went. He kind of just like slowly creeped up and put up barriers and waited for people to get into range and either mind controlled or hit them. My team was Magneto at 200, the retail one that everyone plays, and then it was 2 Amelia Vaughts, I think at 45 each. I was at 290s, and I was a theme team. But pretty much I had 2 perplexes, 2 things to mastermind on, and I was just running around, running shell pulse waving things and creating objects and throwing objects.
You were destroying that day. You were destroying.
Yeah.
My God, you were quick too.
Yeah, I was like masterminding to the Amelia Vaughts and then retailing. And then sometimes it'd work like I'd have 2 tokens or like put my second token on and I'd get to like retail, get to take a token off my next turn, pulse wave, roll like a 10 or 12 because of Brotherhood, remove a token, and then free TK. So I'd end up with 0 tokens going to go put on 2.
He was nuts. Yeah, you were doing all kinds of stuff. You were taking tokens. You were like throwing objects. Like Magneto was attacking 2 or 3 times around.
Yeah, I think I lost 1 time to Juggernaut. I lost to 1-300 Juggernaut. I lost map, and he put me on like a mock time. I think it was.
You had bad rolls that game.
They're the underground one.
Yeah, you missed a lot that game too, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I kept missing like 6s and 7s, like with reflexes.
Yeah.
But that was the only game. Every other game, like I had to go against Juggernaut pretty much. I don't know if you remember, you played what exactly you pulled, George. I just remember the last game you played pretty vividly.
Yeah, dude. Okay, so just a real quick rundown.
I know
it was like Danger Magneto, Sentinel Squad 1, Bastion, some kind of assassin, just like a mishmash of all this stuff. And I ended up playing. We played that team twice. They beat us the first time. I remember Micah like ran through me. His team, he had an X-Men team, like +7 or 8, some crazy nonsense, and he ran through me, and I was like, dude, I cannot let that happen again. So we played again. I changed the strategy up a little bit, and I was playing him differently. And it came to a point where I tried to kill his Dark Phoenix, and I missed like 3 6s in a row on him. And then he came back to retail and crit missed. And I was like, well, I guess that's one way to have a universe balance itself out. So, yeah, then after that we won, and then we knew we got to create a figure after that.
They pulled us aside pretty fast and told us like what was going to happen.
Okay, it's good to know that they're proactive about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So with that being said, too, I will ask questions. Obviously, being from the business world, I'm sure you guys had to sign an NDA. So if there's any questions that I ask that would violate that NDA or whatever, just say nope, can't answer it, and we'll keep it moving.
We actually had WizKids sign our NDA. So my guys were kind of like vice versa.
Yeah.
They're like, can you please? I was like, no. You sign our NDA.
All right. So obviously
Yeah, of course we did, because they don't want to reveal any of the upcoming stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just like a gentleman thing, you just don't spill it.
Yeah. I mean, so obviously, amongst the people who are involved, like I knew as soon as you guys won, it was going to be a DC figure. Call it a hunch,
What?
but I was like, all right, I wonder what DC set's going to come out, and these guys are going to end up making something for that DC set. Why did Matt get to choose Flash, and how hard did he have to fight you guys for it to be Flash?
I was actually pretty lax on this, like, because I already made a figure. Maddie and Adam hadn't yet, and Adam was kind of open to the idea of seeing what we thought first. And so I think it was kind of like, well, you should probably do something like your favorite figure. Just do something you really love.
Just
go
never
for
get
it.
the opportunity again, like
Yeah,
hey,
so
get it while I have a chance.
yeah, and have fun. Get to build something that's like your favorite. So, and then I think when Maddie chose Flash, Adam really liked the animated series Young Justice.
I
He's
like
there's
it
some
too.
sweet, and he liked it. I mean, I love it too, but I think you two are more so than me, especially when it came to the Flash. Then Adam started getting hype when like the TV and the Flash like started coming together. He's like, oh, we can start bouncing ideas tomorrow if you want. Sweet, all right. I gotta go learn about Flash now.
I have to go learn about
Professor
Flash.
Zoom in my head, but I gotta think Flash,
All right, so I mean, the real name says Barry Allen on the figure. Does it represent other Flashes as well?
It's supposed to represent the three Flashes from Young Justice when it's Bart, Wally, and Barry in the first season when they're stopping the weather, like the tornado. In Young Justice, like the season finale.
Gotcha.
Have you seen Young Justice, Aries?
I unfortunately have not.
It's a
Oh
really
my
it's a fun
gosh,
show.
it's
It's a
so
super fun
good.
show.
I know. I'm behind.
Android is cool. Yeah, they do everyone really smooth in that show. It's a fun show.
Oh, you really need to check it out, especially as a DC fan. But at the end, I won't spoil it, I guess the whole thing, but at the end, kind of all three Flashes kind of team up to stop like this like massive tornado. And that was
Okay.
the idea.
I mean,
You gotta see the episode.
it sounds very Flash-like. I mean, I've watched the TV series, and it always seems like, oh, hey, there's a huge tsunami coming, and he's like, how do I stop it with speed? And somehow he's able to do it. So,
Of course.
I mean, I enjoy the dial. 3 different starting lines. I think you have to play it on the green starting line, and then you can bring in multiples at the 20 points, if I'm reading this correctly. So, all right, so let's just go ahead and read the trait. Team Flash. During force construction, you may only add Wonder Woman symbol 053, the Flash, at 20 points if you also have the Flash starting at the 30 points on your starting force. If you do, at the beginning of the game, you must choose a distinct starting line for each, and they all have a 30-point value for all effects this game, including scoring. All right, so I guess reading it that way, you could start it at any starting line at 30 points?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Just pay 30 points for one of them, and then at the beginning of the game, choose a distinct starting line. I guess it really doesn't matter after that
Okay.
which starting lines you choose, but yeah, just pay 30 points, and then you get the others at reduced cost. So you save a little bit.
Okay, so it's kind of like the Dr. Fate thing. You start with 1 full points, you get to play another 2 or however many you want
Right.
at the reduced cost, but they also count for 30 points for game effects. So,
Exactly.
all right, cool. We've also got a special movement power. Back in a Flash, it's got improved movement characters, charge. Once per turn, when the Flash uses it after resolutions, he may use charge as free. Now, we're not going to go ahead and dive into all of the minutia, especially with rule changes and so on and so forth. But I'm guessing, I guess, from a design standpoint, I guess it's kind of so you can charge, make your attack, and then I guess kind of like move out again.
Yeah, this dial, or at least this power, is on the Flash that Matty kind of spearheaded and started to design. Because each of us picked a Flash to sort of thematically put into this dial, build mechanically into this dial.
Okay.
So this was Matty's. He gets to be the Barry Allen.
Okay, so go into what were you trying to, I guess, assert with that speed power? Without, I guess, breaking any rules.
But no. Everyone knows Flash comes with hypersonic speed, you know.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. We wanted hypersonic speed, but we didn't know that hypersonic speed was going to be benched in the set. So they kind of gave us a modified version, which I'm actually pretty happy about because it's like 13 range. Like, so we can literally, he can go in, charge twice from 7 out, or if you play Wally, you can literally TK him out, move him 2 squares, so he's got an 8 squares plus 7. We're talking 15 square reach, like without any perplex and hitting twice.
That's Flash.
So I mean, you charge, you get your half your movement, you don't make an attack, you charge again, you go ahead and make your attack. I mean, yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, I guess, yeah, it's just the way it's worded. But now that we know a little more, and the more and more that we're getting, I guess, leaked and kind of brought to us. I mean,
It has a good feel. It has a really good feel. In my opinion, it's a little better than hypersonic because
Yeah, that's
you
what
don't
I'm
get the
saying.
pulses for breakaway anymore.
Yeah.
Attack twice.
He ignores characters. He ignores with the hindering bonus. Like, you get to ignore the hindering. So
Yeah,
like,
I'm a huge fan of the hindering bonus.
oh yeah, you can TK him out and then just literally just run him all the way across board for 30 points and have like a retaliator or something across the back because obviously they have a ton of keywords, so there's a lot there that helps. And with Bart kind of being like the leader, and if you watch the show, like Wally and Barry's the leader. Wally and Bart are kind of like sidekicks, so he gets the leadership.
Yeah. So, I mean, speaking of that, we also have Central City, Justice League, Justice Society, Teen Titans, Young Justice, Future Past, Police, Scientist, and Speedster. I mean,
10 keywords, man. Love it.
it can fit on a lot of teams with the new changes to I guess, team building and theme teams. It's even more versatile just for the fact that everybody is getting theme probs now. He's got Scientist. Scientist is looking like it's going to be a very fantastic keyword, especially with this Wonder Woman set dropping. A lot of good scientists in there.
In future with the Dooms.
Yep. So, yeah, I dig it. I mean, we have a special attack power, speed you in and out of danger. Telekinesis, when the Flash uses it to place a friendly character after resolution, you may place that character within 2 squares in line of fire of their current square. So I guess kind of like a nice little TK and then sidestep.
Right. So this is the one I kind of took lead on to put together. Telekinesis in a sense where it's not like Magneto or Jean Grey with the mind or the manipulation of metal, but more or less using that hyperspeed to carry someone, out into position or move them away from falling debris or out of the way of this. And so the TK represents him actually hypersonic speeding, moving someone where they need to be when they need to be there. So we thought TK was pretty thematic in this particular way.
Yeah.
And then of course the added support powers of sidestep and prop give more utility to the Flash when he's on the field. So TK +2 plus sidestep and prop. I mean, it's perfect. It's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, with that top dial sidestep too, he can also get into place to, be able to do something, to move himself around a little bit too.
Exactly.
I mean, it's literally a
good utility here with this guy.
It's a Swiss. I'm gonna say it's a Swiss Army Flash. Because then we go into the third one.
It is 3 flashes basically. You get 3 flashes, on one dial.
And then we've got infrared goggles. Let me find the bad guys. Enhancement and outwit. // Free, improved targeting. We have elevated, hindering, and we have characters. Choose an opposing character within 6 squares in line of fire. This turn, lines of fire drawn to that character can't be hindered, which is, I mean, that's pretty fantastic. Little green arrow, one-arm green arrow, like there, just, popping guys out of stealth.
This is the one that Adam kind of put together. He liked the idea of the stealth suit and There's one episode where he has the stealth suit on. It's like a black and red kind of suit.
Yep.
And he has these like infrared goggles where you can see through buildings and stuff. And he's kind of like calling out positions and doing this and that. And that's what this particular version of the Flash is based off of. That episode with that. I think it's
the Bard Allen. No,
yeah,
that's Bard.
That's Bard. Okay.
Wally's the one that kind of gets everybody in and out.
Thank you. Yeah, he's on crowd control.
Yeah.
My guy's the one on crowd control. I was like, I'll be that guy.
Nice. And on top of that, it's also got team player and it's got the PD team abilities as well on top of that.
Which works great with Adam's figure, right? So he moves out of position. He gets to outwit something.
Yep.
And then when his, like say Green Arrow, like you said, or Ali comes out to run shot, PD minus defense. Well,
possibly like shield TA.
Maybe copy shield TA or something.
Like
give him extra range.
Up range. I mean, 10 movement is huge. I mean, if you have Just League on your team, that gives him an 11 movement. With 6 range, you're talking 17 square reach to outwit something. With the enhancement and PD, like you're at least getting up 1 damage and PD's the +1 or no -1 defense.
Yeah, -1 of their defense, which is great.
Yeah, I mean.
Now the only way to modify stats,
30 points or 20 points is good.
So you get to modify your damage too, which is going to be hard to come by without Perplex being able to do that.
Yeah, I mean.
He's a sweet little finesse piece, man. You get like you said, a Swiss Army knife.
That's what it is. I mean, it's 100% just that. If you're playing against, 30, 70 points for 3 characters. One's a stealth buster, one's a TKer, and one's literally just map reach.
Yeah.
I mean,
leadership.
Yep, you throw a power gem out there, slap that on somebody, a little across the old board, smacking for, a little 4 there. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. I'm just saying. We got some comments in the YouTube chat. Tiago from Brazil says, "What's going on?" Lord Offie says, "Wait, what?" Which I don't know what he's. Matt is probably the best option in the world for adding to your team last minute. Don't know about that, but
I always show up at events last minute and decide what to play. So.
Literally. Let me go check my glove box. Oh, okay. I got this in there. Joe Pangrazio is saying the stream is blurred. I don't think the stream is blurred. I think that's just George being down in like a fucking bomb shelter.
Yeah. Glasses, one of the two.
And they talking about rolling off. Yeah, the game. Yeah, okay. Yakety schmackety. Man, guys, hope Giddy doesn't make you feel your name's J Major. Man, guys, I think he means to say how giddy does it make you feel to have your names on the back of that card? Oh, he does say how afterwards. I didn't read that down below. So, yeah.
Super stoked about it and happy they didn't mess my last name up.
Yeah, you got a few. Can I buy a vowel? All of them.
Can I buy a box of those?
What we got here? We got Jay Solomon from JSA Clix. You can only play him at 1 starting line at 30. Yeah, no shit, Jay. We got to that. He also then says the effect only lets you pick a different... Yeah, Jay, we get it. All right, you like rules. We get it. You're big into rules. Thank you. Math and rules. If you don't understand the math comment, go listen to his podcast. I make an ass out of myself in one of the last episodes we just did. Because math.
Yeah. Pay 30 points for one, then you get to switch there.
Yes. The speed power is way better than hypersonic speed. They can get Spider-Man family and Latveria. That's a big help, which they can.
Yep.
If you guys have more questions, please go ahead. That episode isn't up yet. I know, that's why I told them. Fucking hate you, Jay.
I love this host. He's like just slapping his guests around.
I don't even know why you guys even wanted to be on this show of all shows. I mean, I'm happy you wanted to be here. I wish it could have been sooner, but my guts got put into a weed whacker. But
you can get the Hallmark card answer, or you can get the insult. I think the insult's probably a little more appropriate.
It's not even an insult. It's usually just like the blatant, obvious truth. It's usually what it is. It's like I'm not going to sugarcoat an answer for you because it's like anybody you're talking to on any page now wanting to. I'm just waiting for that pulse wave errata. What makes you think there's an errata coming? I get the wording is bad. You just don't like the way the power works now.
I like it. I am 100% behind it.
There's a lot of people that it's how Pulse Wave used to work. And with all the other different combinations of we're not talking about that today. We're not talking about that. That's Critical Clix, I think, on Friday with George and Scott Cranton. So go if you want to hear Scott, drop 300 F-bombs.
Go against the grain here, man. For me, I think there's still a single target pulse wave. But the general consensus is no, it's one no matter what, and I don't think it works like that at all.
Okay, we're gonna go off topic now. The hell with the Flash. We're gonna. I can't laugh.
Wait, you went poking with a stick.
Oh, I had to hold my stomach for that one because I'm laughing. Jay Solomon said, "How did you guys bear to work on this with Adam?"
Adam was great. Adam picked most of the powers names. Did you read some of these names? Gone Before You See Me. I'm Not Easy to Punch. Run Between the Bullets. You're talking much too slowly, and that's not how I remember it. Like, Adam came up with most of these names.
Okay, so you did get to work on flavor text.
Or Young Justice was Adam. Like, he was able to remember everything, like, from the show, like, to a T.
Of course he was, because it's Adam.
Yes, it is Adam. Yeah.
All right, so what you're...
His power names are so fantastic. They're just great.
So what I'm getting is that you guys also got to have input on, like, flavor text and things like that as well. When it came
definitely. That's like the fun part.
That's really cool.
Like drafting the names of your powers.
Sculpt wise, did you have any input on the sculpt, or was that kind of already like predetermined?
Can I please tell a story about this sculpt thing? I mean, I was like laughing my ass off when these two. So I was kind of acting like
wanted, or what I wanted, or what I wanted.
No, I know what we wanted. I'm going to talk about what you guys wanted. So I think it's hilarious. So Matt and Adam came and they're asking for a sculpt. Like, okay, let's ask for a sculpt. What we want is maybe like on the dial. And now remember, these dials are only this big. Okay, where's my camera?
Yeah, there you go.
How big this dial is? Okay. Oh, this is actually the it's like the artist proof. It's like they call it a sample.
Look at that.
Sculpt.
And for anybody who's
Flash, he's buff, dude. He's been hitting the gym. Like he's pretty big for a Flash.
Well, he's got the metabolism of Matty G over here, so he should.
I know, but he's buff. Okay, so they come up with this idea that on this base, this little base here, they want all three Flashes spinning around, swirling in a circle with a giant tornado in the middle of them.
No.
This is their idea for the skull.
There's how.
And so I'm like laughing. I'm like, I'm not going to discourage this. I want to spin it right up. We're going to set this right up. And of course, like, not even like 10 minutes later, they're like, no.
We had a hard enough time with Samurai, and you want to add two more?
Like Maddie and Adam wanted some like sculptor from Italy to come in and carve this thing. They wanted it in marble and bronze, and here we. That was so when they picked the original sculpt, I was laughing my ass off. But we still sent it up, and they're just plain like, no, that's okay, we'll take care of that. And it came out awesome.
Oh yeah, my other idea was I wanted it to be painted in 3 different versions, A, B, C.
That's the second idea. Yep.
Oh.
Character, you don't get 3, you get 1.
Yo, but I mean, that's not a bad idea.
No.
I mean, we've had some little tiny things like that. We had the Mistress Death, who had the skull face and the human face.
Yeah.
Who else did we have? I think I wanted
more of like the Celeste Cuckoos.
Yep.
And the Daredevil with a robe, who's got like the 3 different comic books for his keywords.
Right. The Deadpool.
Or yeah, Deadpool.
Yeah. What else did I think we also got? I mean, the obviously the Ben Chewin had the original, like they had the Professor Xavier School, and on the back of some of them was Ben Chewin World Champion.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. There was one more. I want to say it's Nightmare, but I don't think it is. There was another person who had like a skull face or a human face.
There's the Iron Man with when he's like getting all his robot and Nick Fury aims a shield. It had like the mask on or the mask off.
Yeah, there was that one. But that wouldn't have been bad. I mean, they did the A, B, and C kind of with the old ASM Spider-Man as well. with like the red highlights, the green highlights, the blue highlights. I mean,
Yeah.
let's just get them to actually paint one Flash really good, and not try and do 3 different
Let
Flashes.
the community paint these things for you. There's like so many good painters in the community. At least a good handful of them. And they can totally, dress them up however you want.
Absolutely. All right, so I'll ask you that, seeing as how you have it in your hand at this moment. How much better does that figure look compared to other Flashes before?
Oh,
Like,
I love it.
The quality is better.
The quality is better. He's got these like little red, like electric, but like he's like, whizzing through the, he's like speeding around like in the Speed Force. You can see it just kind of like coming right off of his sculpt. The traditional red and yellow suit, which is great. His eyeballs are like totally centered.
His eyeballs are like totally centered.
Yeah, looks good. His sculpt's a little bigger than the sculpts in previous sets, so it's a little taller. He's sitting on like a little, looks like a concrete kind of pedestal. Looks great. Looks really great. That was really impressive.
I have a collection of Flashes up on my wall, and I think besides like Casey Flash, like Flash God of Death, I think he's like one of the best looking Flashes, like the Flash Bolt, besides the one from Justice League where he's like sliding in and there's like the lightning behind him. That's a really good sculpt.
Oh, yes.
But I like that he's just got like the little like lightning sparks coming off of him, and I definitely think like with the new size of the pieces, they can add like more detail to them, so that's kind of cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah, everything looks solid. Looks real solid. Real put together real well.
People are asking what objects you would put with them, and if you're building with this figure right now.
I'm gonna play this guy. I think he's good enough.
Yeah, I plan on just because I want to and I love him. I plan on playing this on any team I can.
Yeah, he's fantastic utility. I think he's great. He's gonna. I don't know if the magic number is 2 or 3 though. Like I'm going in between. Because you get that like those points and you're trying to like micro
I think you
analyze.
can get 2 for 50.
Yeah,
and still have like utility, like normally it'd be like 60 points is a 30-point piece, but you get 2 for 50, so you get 10 points over for like 2 rings or like some type of like 10-point object. Just different stuff you can do there.
Yeah, man. Like the APBI is now like back on like the not retired list, so like all those gems are coming back. So now it's like like you said, power gem. Like that is back on the table for sure.
Or reality.
Out in Flurry. What's that?
Reality for Heroclix. He already has TK.
Yeah. He's already got TK, but I mean the 30-point figure swinging for 5 and 5 with 13 attack. That's like 13-5 is ridiculous. That's solid. It's like more than solid.
Yeah, if you're just looking at if your sweet spot is 2, you're not upset that you're playing a 30-point or 20-point figure with leadership, and then another one that can either break stealth or give you prop.
Yeah.
Prop and TK.
Yeah, exactly. You're not going wrong with one. Even if you play one, you're still getting enough utility, and it's still a good secondary attacker if you need to pull him up to do something.
I think that if you're a Heroclix playboy, this guy's going to be in your play bin and on some of your teams.
If it's not, I don't know why.
If not, put your head down and keep walking. Heroclix playboys are going to have this piece in their bin. Trust me. All right. Trust me.
He's gonna be a piece that everybody's gonna want to get, and probably multiples.
The super multiple.
Yeah.
That was my one contribution. I know people are kind of like whining about it, but here I am, the bad boy Heroclix, building a good guy.
The bad boy of Heroclix.
So when it finally came
Fuck out of
me
here.
actually having some input on this, I'm like, you know what? I'm like losing some street cred here. I need to do something that's gonna give everyone the belly aches. I was like, you know what? I was like, whiz kids. I was like, hey, they're like, we're gonna make this guy a common. Everyone's gonna get him. I'm like, whoa. Call the Wuhan factory. Put a stop order on that Flash. Super rare. I was like, super rare. I was like, these players are gonna feel. They're gonna know I gave it to them.
Oh God.
Sorry, man.
He said Wuhan factory. That's worse than even dropping an F-bomb, I think, these days. Holy jeez.
I was like, call the factory in China. I was like, tell them stop. I was like, super rare. But like all Playboys, like I said, Playboy piece, right? The set symbol, 24 karat gold paint.
I don't. So what are they being made in are they being made in Notre Dame? They're painting helmets and they're painting Flash figures. Like, what are we doing?
Exactly.
For those that don't know, yes, Notre Dame does use actual gold in their paint for their helmets. That is why the comment was made. Lord Offie, I don't understand why the charge one has in cap, so you can incapacitate.
Charges are it has like a lot of power interactions. Incap is nice on his dial.
I mean,
I think they gave him precision strike, but we didn't know precision strike was gonna be benched. And it's cool, like, because I mean, if Flash literally runs up and punches you a ton of times, it usually like takes you a second to kind of like get back to where. So like Incap, I think works for him.
It does.
I mean, people are complaining about it right at this moment. I think Incap is still a very good. I mean, it might even be better now that you can use it with multiple targets in close. It combos with Quake and Energy Explosion now. Yeah, sure, you're not dealing pushing damage, you're not dealing unavoidable damage, but I still, like, if you splash an entire army, and some of them,
you're
like,
disrupting things now.
You're absolutely.
Their action economy, you're disrupting them. Yeah.
It's just, it's super tempo control. Super tempo control. You're praying to get those leadership roles or now willpower roles to try and if not, like, your team shut down. It's going to be a whole new landscape, but we'll keep it moving. Jay Solomon, I think Wally isn't as necessary, so I would do 30 plus Bart. He's good, but not necessarily what you need for competitive play. Lord Offie doesn't know what the hell a Heroclix Playboy is. He said bad boy ? Playboy ? George sees the HC community through an odd lens.
Adam's a Heroclix Playboy, wears the bathrobe, smokes a pipe, wears flip-flops, things like that.
I don't. Hey, man.
Look, that guy's obviously not leading the life of a Playboy, so he wouldn't know what a Playboy is when he saw one, right?
I mean, so you have one guy who's talking about wanting to own multiple figures. You have one guy who just plays figures that he has in his glove box, and you have another guy who has to borrow all of his figures because he doesn't own shit. That's the team that you had.
We're going to keep people thrown off a little bit.
Hey guys, can you put this together for me? Because I don't own a hero. What's a Heroclix? I have dice, maybe. Fucking what a hodgepodge of assholes you guys are to win a world championship. I swear to God.
Greatest champions ever.
almost as big a pair of assholes as the last world champion teams with Pancrazio and Leo and stuff. Like, Jesus.
Maybe we could just try to one-up them, that's all.
I guess. From Philadelphia to Memphis. I don't. All right. What else have we got here? So when they actually approached you, did they give you like, hey, these are like the sets that are coming out. Which one do you want? Or was it more like, hey, do you want DC or Marvel? And we'll try and wiggle in maybe what you're thinking.
No, they don't tell us what's coming out. We're kind of just as, surprised as everybody else is.
Okay.
Well, they just give you a choice. Like, write some names down on a sheet of paper. Let us know what you're thinking. We'll go from there. We'll work on it. And they were, like the relationship process was spot on. It was, I thought clear communication. It was easy to go back and forth. There wasn't a whole lot of like red tape or anything. It was actually a really fun process. Like, me, Maddie, and Adam got to hang out outside. We're still talking shop and building Heroclix and stuff, but we got to hang out a little more than we usually do. And again, the administrative process, again, like, very little red tape, easy peasy, fun. They made it enjoyable. Everything was enjoyable. working with the fellows, and then working with the WizKids crew too. Very enjoyable.
Different than when you created a figure before?
We won't talk about that.
All right.
Yeah, it was like a total 180. Yeah, it was like a total 180.
I don't want to talk about that.
It was much cooler. Yeah.
You hear that, guy? Everyone, WizKids is getting better with things. You heard it from the Playboy's mouth. What were the other options? Well, we just went over that. Their options were they made a list, and they said, "Here you go. Let's start designing."
There's like one DC set a year, and there's like what 3 or 4 Marvels.
I think we're at like 1 and 3, and then there's kind of like some oddball stuff peppered in there. Well, I mean, who the hell knows now with COVID? Like before, it was you'll get a couple gravity feed sets like Star Trek and stuff like that.
Right.
You get maybe like 3 Marvel sets. Maybe they can sneak a 4th in depending on how the year falls. And then, of course, the shit show that is DC gets its 1 set because they can't get out of their own way. Can't even... so just...
Dude, yeah, I don't know why they're so strange with their licensing, but they just need to like let it go, man. Like, let people use your shit.
That's what... Well, I mean, even we had that... there was another conversation about that earlier in one of the other pages about... why can't we do why can't they make team ability cards and why can't they do this? And it's like it's all artist stuff. You have to pay for art.
Yeah.
Like that's why.
Yeah. Right.
And with it's a nightmare. And unfortunately, DC happens to be one of those big nightmares at the moment.
Yeah.
Which is upsetting because it's an amazing property.
Matty, what did you think about doing this together? Because I never really asked you or Adam about that. Like, how do you guys feel about that?
I enjoyed everything. I'm glad that we all kind of came to a sensus and like agreed. We never really butt heads or we never like disagreed with each other. We all kind of had the idea of like, let's do the Flash. Let's like do 3 different dials. Let's like each take a dial. Like we kind of like I don't know. We worked really well. Like
we had a nice flow, I thought. Like the 3 of us had a nice flow together. I really liked it. Yeah, it's super easy.
So
it's cool, man.
Lord Offie has clarified and asked what were your top 5 clicks that you wanted. What was the list that you submitted?
We only had 4.
Yeah, I think we did like 4.
We did. Flash was number 1. I think Adam created some like custom dude that he was trying to like give us custom. There was some like Marvel one-off that like custom guy. I don't remember it was a weird one. I don't remember. I think you wanted to do Zoom.
Yeah, I just kept with the Flash thing. I was like, all right, if they're gonna do Flash is our thing, I'll just so we all collaborated on Team Flash, and then just for S&G, that's shits and giggles. We each kind of like did our own just to complete the list,
Yeah.
So like we as a team we made one, like that's the one we want the most, and then we just each kind of like threw a name out there on our own, like if someone we thought was kind of cool or whatever.
I think my other choice was Azazel.
Oh, that would have been good.
Not your Azazel. I was thinking of Marvel Nightcrawler.
Yeah. I know which one you're talking about.
I think you're thinking of Batman Azazel.
No. That's Azrael, isn't it? Yeah.
Like Gargamel's cat, right?
Yeah. No, I know which. Come on, man.
Okay.
Come on, man.
I know you're a DC guy.
I know Marvel. I know a lot about Marvel. I just prefer DC. It's darker, and that's my sense of humor. I'm just a very
more mature.
That's what it is.
It's kind of fun. Research all the champ figures and then see how many made Marvel, see how many made DC. It's fun.
I don't think many made DC at all.
I think there's like way more DC.
I think there's more DC. There's Harley Quinn. There's Stargirl.
Like way more DC than
Black
and then break that down even further and see how many JSA they made. There's like almost a handful of JSA champ figures.
Yeah, but I'm thinking back like, okay, so all right, yeah, I forgot about Shazam Batson. We just had Maggot.
Yep, Shazam Batson.
What was the other one we just?
Adam, Stargirl.
Yep, but we also had Chameleon.
Chameleon, Mephisto, or Marvel.
Yep.
Shriek.
Juggernaut, Shriek.
Jugs, Shriek, Maggot.
It's a little closer than I thought. I thought there was like maybe just like ones or two.
Nightcrawler with Ben.
Luther.
Nightcrawler with Ben. You had what's his face with the tank. I did the last live video. I forgot his name again. Mr. Sinister, that son of a bitch.
Yeah.
With the tank. So I mean it's almost a 50-50.
I guess
But
so.
that's huge because Marvel has so many sets, and with DC getting like one set a year, like, or back then, I mean, it was like 2 or 3 sets a year back when Flash and Superman and Wonder Woman, but it's like still people like still love DC to like make characters and like want to see like DC represented.
I mean, as much as me personally, and I'll probably get a lot of people who will disagree with me. I think that their rogues gallery, and I think that their characters are just more well done than some Marvel characters.
Well, not that they're they're more well done.
Just
Marvel is loosely based off of mostly DC characters.
100%.
And if you think about it, DC has the multiverse, right?
Yes.
So my theory is Marvel is actually one of the DC multiverses.
Oh man. You have now just tuned into the Joe Rogan podcast. We're talking conspiracies here.
Let it my blood, right?
Yeah.
Behind you.
What's that?
Oh yeah. That's just my wife. Just trying to sneak in some TV time. I won't let her know.
We're gonna
They're gonna like come up behind you, try to scare you, or put you in a headlock.
I'm gonna say we're just about to live video just George getting garroted. Marvel execs are like, you just take it back.
Sicilian, so that could happen. She's Sicilian.
Yeah. I mean, oh boy. Looks like players want more JSA. Whiz kids? Says of course Jay Solomon. You're still not getting an Atom Smasher, Jay. I'm sorry. But yeah.
Well, hang on, because the Black Adam movie shoots in 3 more months, and Atom Smasher's in the movie. So maybe there's gonna be some kind of sub theme in the next, beyond that DC set.
You would hope so. Didn't Dr. Fate just get casted as well?
Yeah. You could have like a little subset.
I mean,
next DC.
who was it that got cast as Dr. Fate?
Pierce, yeah.
That's who it was. 00 Fate.
Double Fate.
00 Fate. Mrs. Doubt Fate.
That's funny. Yeah, I hope they make that movie good. I'm curious to see where they're going with it, how it all goes. But it's supposed to be like a block, about like $200+ million invested in it.
I mean, it's The Rock.
They're aiming for a blockbuster.
Anti-hero though.
It's The Rock. You know damn well.
Anti-hero. Not really villain, bordering villain, not a hero, definitely not a hero,
No.
but bordering, villainy, but more or less anti-hero.
I mean,
what's his new name now? Black Adam.
Oh, stop it. Don't even say
oh, is that what we're going to do? We're going to bring that up? Black Shazaz Adam? Yeesh. I think
decided that.
The Rock has enough pull to just go, no,
It's a kick in the pants.
you're not changing any names. I'm in the middle of making a blockbuster movie. Right up there with like Rampage. He's made some really bad movies lately. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's had a few bad ones.
He's had some really good ones. You got to be a little pickier, Rock. Just saying.
Yeah, that's true.
Not that you're ever going to watch this. With that being said, all right, let's go. Seeing as how you're both DC fans, Snyder Cut?
I watched it. It was great.
I loved it. I thought it was awesome.
Just, I mean, open the doors. Let's let Zack Snyder get in there more.
Dude, my theory is that the Black Adam killed all the old gods during his conquest before he got imprisoned. Why did all the old gods disappear? Why aren't they defending Earth? Because they're all dead. Why are they dead? I don't know. Go ask Black Adam. That's just my theory. It's just a theory.
Cool little Green Lantern drop in there too with what's his name?
He killed the Council of Wizards. He kills the old gods. He gets them imprisoned, banished in prison.
Little quick trivia. Do you guys know who the Green Lantern was in that film?
No, I don't.
I knew the name. I had to look it up to remember it.
Who is it?
It's Gulen Yar.
Never heard
So what happened? All right. So real quick, because this is kind of fascinating to me. He was obviously he looked over the Earth sector. They took he almost died to something that was yellow. I forget what it was. So they took the defect out of his ring. So he was basically omnipotent. He had no weaknesses, and then he became like hungered with power, and basically decided to rule over Earth. Like he was like, nope, they're gonna get too powerful. So basically, kind of just like, I would say, for lack of a better term, kind of just enslaved Earth and was like, nope, I'm your ruler. You'll listen to me.
This Green Lantern did that?
Yes. So then they put a deficit. Yeah. So and here's the punchline. Here's the kicker. So what they did was they put a deficit in his ring of wood, so they were able to fight back against him. And when he was finally beaten, it was like his power or essence that was used to power Alan Scott's lantern.
Oh, so he was the predecessor to Alan Scott.
Yeah.
Alan Scott got his ring somehow.
Yeah. So I had to deep dive that because I saw him and I was like, yo, I know who that lantern is, but I don't know right off the top of my head.
That's a really cool tie-in, man. Yeah, little details like that make things really unique and cool. Like not getting rid of knockback damage or making pushing damage optional. Small, unique things that tie everything together.
Here we go.
Really cool story.
Here we go. Which one do you hate? Which one do you hate more? Pushing damage or knockback damage?
Well, I mean, it's getting hard to make the case because that title that Mission Point Ares figure came out, and if you bring any of those powers back, then he's gonna like just dominate unless he gets like an errata, you know.
Yep.
But like I'm gonna miss both of them. They're just these small little things that make the games unique and fun, and they put a twist, you know, when you least expect it. You know.
Knockback is my big one.
Knockback damage, yeah.
There is no better feeling than being able to be like, oh, I just rolled double, so someone's falling off of a building.
Dude, hit that wall. Yeah. You know?
There is nothing feel bad about it.
Now Black Adam can drop a crony, what's the word I'm looking for? Off of a rooftop. He'll hit the ground. He'll jump up, dust off, and head back to the office.
Yep. Hey, don't mind me. Just fell on this pillow.
It doesn't hurt anymore. I mean, even Flash Thompson can go and bully someone and like shove them in the lockers, and you're gonna get the wind knocked out of you probably. Like take a damage, you know.
Anything. But I get it. I mean, it's the same reason why people for years and years asked why I can punch the bush and hurt somebody, but I can't draw a line of fire to outwit them. And now we can.
That's a great change. That's a great
change.
Yeah,
what a cool change. I like
it is. Too. But again, it's...
I like, peekaboo, I found you. You know?
But again, for game purposes, it made sense. You know what I mean? You have to draw a line of fire. This is how the game works. There you go. It's, again, it's just... Yeah, and it's just having to relearn and retrain yourself that this is how things are going to work going forward, regardless if you like it or not. This is where we are.
Yeah, so far everything's really cool. Just like a small handful of things that I'm, sad about, but other than that, it's fine overall.
I think I'm only sad about knockback damage.
I think that's the one hang-up for me as well. Like, I'm cool with the way that the powers are all worded. Like, I'm glad that Energy Explosion and Psyblast work together again. And I can running shot range combat. There's a lot of different power things that are changing and that I'm cool with and I'm all right with. But knockback really kicks me in the nuts.
I think the giant size roll needs to be like 4 through 6. Make it 50-50. I think 3 through 6 is too much.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's crazy. Like I played 4 games with 4 Colossals on my team. In each game, I missed that roll only one time a game. That was it. Like I was pulling tokens off if it was easy, man. Dark Phoenix and Cyclops Sentinel just yanking tokens. I missed it once each game.
Yikes.
Yeah,
well,
yikes is right.
I mean, hey, we still have time. Game feedback. I think Kenny's doing that Q&A coming up. I mean, you could obviously go ahead and drop that feedback into there. I think it's I can't remember off the top of my head. Jay Solomon's got it down packed. But, I mean, give that feedback to the game feedback, Ask, hey, with the Silver Age coming up and with, changes, will there be, game erratas more frequently than usual?
Right.
It's a perfect time to put in and implement some changes to the game, but also kind of the worst as well, for the fact that we don't have the amount of gameplay to basically like make educated changes on.
Maybe their admin is mustering up some courage to get back out and meet face to face again. Even if we got to wear a mask, whatever. Get some courage and get us back in Memphis. For Worlds or something. Something like don't hide in your house all day long. Come on.
I got my 2 shots. I'm good to roll.
Yeah. A lot of people are gonna get their shots. Let's go.
I at this point in time, I don't think it's even people. I think it's just more local places and having to accommodate for mandates and things like that. I'm still waiting to hear back from my local gaming store to still run Connecticut State Championship, which I'm now.
Yeah, at least you get to run it. That's cool. You get to run it.
Yeah, well, I'm still gonna run it regardless. No one's gonna get WizKids open points or whatever. I don't care. And I'm gonna do a format that's gonna be outstanding. I've been talking about it. Well, I'm gonna do silver sealed. You can buy 2 to 5, whatever the store has in stock. You can buy it. I'm thinking either doing 2 to 5 boosters, pick however many you want in there, or doing 2 boosters and then 3 mulligans.
Yeah, man, sell them out.
Go ape shit.
The store sell out.
People haven't had an opportunity to buy product. People haven't had an opportunity to play. Like, I'm all about it. If it's in the case and it's got one of the newer cards, buy it. Let's play it. And go from there. You want a mulligan? Sure. Show me your booster. Cool. Put it right here. I'll put your name on it. Go crack the other one. Build a team. Like, buy product. Have fun.
Speaking of Silver Age, I think that WizKids could pull this off, man. If they set like a really good tone here, we could have a really cool Silver Age. They stick to maybe just characters and equipment. Have a ban list. And they already said superior foes of Spider-Man on up. I think we could have some fun games, man. And another exciting, event to play when we travel.
I mean, yeah.
With no Unimind, no Goblin King, and no ID cards. Just take them
no
all,
ID
ban
cards. Just focus on characters and equipment, and then go from there. Focus on your characters, make your ban list, and then just equipment, onboard equipment, or characters that can start with it, and that's it. That's all you need, man. You got some really cool chemistry.
I dig it. I mean, yeah, I dig what Matty said. I think Goblin. Maybe you could keep Goblin King at like the middle in the lower line. Same thing with maybe like Unimind too at a lower line, but not let him play at a full point. I mean, I think the way that the rules are now, it could be too oppressive. Don't die tech. Gets even better now without pushing, especially with like Lockjaw. You can't end cap him to KO him on that thing.
Make a ban list.
I mean, they've already got a ban list. They've already banned the Blackbird and the Fast Forces Penguin.
Just 2.
And they have.
Still a few more they really got to put on there. Yeah.
Oh no, there's a huge watch list. I have a feeling they're gonna start plucking some stuff. I mean, let me rephrase that.
Yeah.
They should be plucking.
This is an in-person tournament. They're not going to start like dropping the ban hammer. They have a watch list, but if
Clix.
people don't play it and win it, and like if people still have fun playing with the teams and the pieces,
well,
they're not going to ban anything just outright.
Well, that just leads us into the next question. Are either you guys going to the Clix Cup in Orlando that Dave Newmark is putting on?
Maddie's going for sure.
I'm trying.
So
I'm going to try to go.
He is hosting
to Orlando in 2 weeks for a week vacation for my birthday.
Nice.
And then I was like, oh, well, we'll go again in 2 months. And my wife's like, so we're going to go, and then we're going to go back for another week in 2 months. And I was like, well, okay, I don't know. Maybe I'll go. Maybe. I want to go because I want to play like in person with new rules. I want to see all my friends and teammates, but it gets a lot more expensive the closer you get to summer.
No kidding, man. No kidding. He is holding, from what I've seen. He doesn't share to my page because he's a dickbag. Even though I love him. So if hopefully he's watching and he hears this, yeah, you have open reign to share stuff to my page. you little person. He's shorter than me, I can say that. Not many people are.
Really?
Yeah. Shut the hell, man. This is why I don't have you on, George.
His little jabs.
I am taller than some people.
I just have to throw it out there.
By the time I see Isaiah, he'll be taller than me as well. And I'll have to look up to him.
Philadelphia, and then I was like hugging over his head, and I was like, "Oh, you are small."
Hugging over his head like you just grabbed a bunch of hair. Like, oh, I missed, man. What the fuck? You know, like you missed him. You're talking like you missed him.
So yeah, he is holding silver.
I will say I can't grow any facial hair, so you got me there.
It's luscious.
Of not shaving.
Jesus. Once you hit puberty, maybe you'll be all right. Okay. Once you get there, can show me. Like, look at my one. Look at that guy. I shaved this morning, so I don't know. Like, it just happens. But yeah, I mean, it's all camera angles, man. That's how it is. It's all camera angles. My angle from when I do dishes makes me look like I'm 6'6". You find me, boom, 5'6", baby. This is how I roll. Shorts and boots on at the same time.
Yeah, and like in Philly, like in winter, he had like boots and shorts. I was like, "What are you? It's like 25, 30 degrees outside."
Who's this doing that?
That was me in Philadelphia, man, for Philly Worlds.
God.
I had Tim's and
Picturing you with like a little cowboy hat on and some Jack Trippers with some cowboy boots.
I had Tim's and shorts on the whole time, just stomping through Philly. And then that last day, it was like 60 degrees, and everyone was pissed because their flights got delayed because there was so much fog. I think I even heard someone was like, "Thanks, whiz kids." I'm like, "Oh yeah, because they can control the weather. Like, what are we doing?" You should be happy it was seasonally warm that day.
Right.
But yeah, that's how I roll, man. So, yeah, so obviously, so Dave is running a silver tournament there as well. Hopefully, he'll be able to compile some good information there. Me going through the Gen Con will be in person. Hopefully, WizKids shows up and has gameplay. I don't know. Free.
Have they had presence at Gen Con in the past few years or no? I thought just Howard did, right?
Oh no, Gen Con, no. Yeah, just Howard at Gen Con. Origins was national, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Just Howard at Gen Con for like the past 2 years, well, besides last year.
Yeah. Pangrazio, I shared to your page. Thank you, Clix Nexus. Appreciate that.
What's Clix Nexus?
Clix Nexus is what's going to be putting HC Realms out of business soon. Well, no, I mean, where else is everyone going to go to complain? I mean, besides players and collectors, which is the now Facebook HC Realms. Did I say that out loud? Is this still a hot mic? Who's taller, Amber or Aries? I think Amber actually is. Jay also wants the Wales band. But I think that's just him being salty. I did notice that like almost all of Tyler's World Championship team is on the ban list or on the watch list. You got Wales, you got Mini Shredder, you got a lot of things on. I'm surprised Shredder, we talked about this on Jay's podcast. There's a lot of things that we didn't see on there, like Lockjaw, Mangog, Shredder Clone wasn't on there as well. Yeah. So, I mean, GCPD Cop made it though, so it's a good thing that thing won't show up anywhere.
I don't know what they're thinking right now, but you could sort of speculate.
I guess. Trying to say, I mean, unless people have questions, I mean, I think I've hit the old limit. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? I mean, hell, why not? We're sitting here.
No, I mean, I don't know. We pretty much touched on everything, right? We hit the rules a little bit. I'm pretty much going against whatever the community consensus is on Pulse Wave. I'm going against it still, whatever.
Why?
I think there's still single target Pulse Wave. Because the wording has not changed. The only thing different is 1+.
Which means what to you?
If you compare the old pack to the new pack.
But it's saying if you target one or more characters, they take 1 damage.
So there you, I mean,
it says if more than one, not one or more, it says more than one in the old pack, right?
Okay, what's the new pack say?
The other power says the same thing that they put the 1+ on. It's Quake, I think. It says if more than one. So all I'm doing is going off of what I have as evidence, not like some sort of speculation or.
Yeah, but Quake says 2+. Pulse Wave says 1+.
Quake says.
No, the new Quake. All right, so.
The new.
Wait, the new Quake
No,
says 1+.
the new Quake says 1+, but here's the no. The new Quake says 1+.
Quake says 2+.
No, it doesn't. It says 1, but the caveat is the knockback is passive, so I can just activate a close attack and still knock you back like it is Quake. It does say 1+ on the Quake.
Yeah, because Cloak is no longer capital close. It's just like you said. It's just the passive.
Exactly.
But the wording has not changed from the old pack to the new pack, other than that symbol of 1+.
Which means if we're going off of everything else,
old text, 1+ should mean. This is not without having clarification. It should mean more than one, not one or more. Going off of old text. I'm not like making my own shit up here.
no, you're just interpreting the new rules incorrectly. I mean, that's it.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm just going off of what I know. I'm not speculating. It's like the same guys that made this also tell you that
Get off my lawn.
Doom replacement die is going to work like shifting focus characters.
Rah.
You just take one, you swap it off, you put it on your card, you take theirs.
Whippersnappers.
Why did we move from a die? We have like multiple examples of die replacement, and even with missing context, you should still reference those first.
Holy
Why would you go and jump over to shifting focus characters and say that's how this dice replacement is going to work?
Holy shit.
Like,
Holy shit, we pushed a button here.
Beehive.
Holy cow.
Anyway, that's why I'm taking a stand against this community consensus.
If it's not going to be 1 damage, it should just
Heroclix
be printed.
Illuminati, I'm coming after you.
The printed Pulse Wave, printed damage. You can't bump it up with enhancements or perplex up Stardust and then throw a Pulse Wave out there or anything. If people are going to argue, it shouldn't go above 1. If it is, they're printed and maybe a special case character.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Eventually, we're all gonna know because they'll come out. The court will be back in session. The judge will come out and say, "Hey, look, everyone, this is how it's gonna go."
Well,
So eventually, we'll see. So either the community is gonna get this little consensus group is gonna get to point fingers and laugh at me, or I'm gonna get next time I see it.
Gonna get to point fingers and laugh at me.
Like you were wrong. Like okay.
And as he kisses his 2 world championships and tells you what that now. So I got
Anyway.
Pangrazio here says that he's also going to be the head judge at the Clix Cup. He thinks that the Silver Age event is going to be pretty legit. Jay Solomon also then chimed in and said 1+ means 1 or more. It's basically he's telling you to.
Yes, so he's part of the Click consensus group because unless there's some sort of official statement that says it means what did he say? 1 or more?
1 or more.
Then I'll go off of my example here and say it means more than 1.
Well, we're not in the old rules or old examples anymore, George. We're in the new age.
In my day, we used to be able to just blow shit up with Pulse Wave on one person.
Like people are just making this stuff up.
It's 3 weeks when we get the new pack and everything comes full circle.
We'll find out in 3 weeks then. Like I said, either you get to point fingers and laugh at me, or I'm going to have a field day with it.
This was a good beehive. This was a good beehive to kick right at the end. Man.
Yeah,
It's like,
we'll be a good sport about it.
I can't.
It's fun.
I'm just shaking up the soda bottle to pass to Scott Crampton tomorrow.
Because it's the ultimate nullifier.
What?
He wants single target pulse wave just because it's like if you have something, I can single target pulse wave you for 4 or 5, and you're done. You're wiped.
What with Silver Age, you get your green arrow back. He's so dejected. Doesn't even want. He's like, I'm not even talking to you anymore. You're the worst host. I don't even know why I came to this Bush League live video.
He's like, I'm not dealing with super senses and shape change, and you're invincible. And
Well, it's supposed to be like the ultimate nullifier. 1 for multiple. I mean, there's they're gonna change it, they're gonna change it. I mean, I can't say anything about it. I'm just going against the flow. That's all. I'm going against the Clix Illuminati.
Oh, here we go. Now we're dropping the Clix Illuminati comment.
Welcome back. No, man, I'm part of the real Clix Illuminati. Not that fake group that's out here.
Oh boy. Jeez. Well, that being said,
Illuminati. That's what they are. The faux Illuminati. That's what I call them.
Faux Illuminati.
When the hammer comes down, they're like, little guy won. True Rocky story. One guy George versus all these other people out there.
2-time world champion. He's the fucking he's
the underdog.
He's the underdog. Jesus Christ. I got. All right. With that being said, I think we're done. We're just gonna let George go ahead and marinate on that. He's gonna be up, roll over in the middle of the night. You can still pulse wave.
Nightmares that can be PTSD on your show.
I can still pulse wave for 3 weeks. I can still do that.
I got you for 3 more weeks. Well, it was fun being here. I gotta say that.
It's always a pleasure, guys.
It's much more enjoyable being on this show than it was Critical Clix the other night.
Jesus.
Scott Crampton and Lucas are quite a combo. I'll tell you that right now. Don't get me started, okay?
I don't even. What are you trying to do to me, man? What are you trying? We've pissed off every other show possible. You called it the Wuhan factory. You shit on Critical Clix. I'm shorter than Amber. We made fun of Dave Newmark.
Yeah, he's gonna have like a sign that says "must be this tall to play in this tournament," right?
He makes up for it for all his fancy cars, man.
You gotta get next to the Mickey Mouse sign. You gotta be this tall to play in this event.
But that's the real question: is how many phone books does Dave sit on to ride in all of those vehicles?
Whoa, that's a good. Oh my god.
Aries, are you going? Are you going to the Clix Cup?
Oh God, no! I just used all my time with having my guts ripped out, bro.
Yeah, he had his guts ripped out.
Let's be
I'm
honest.
gonna try to go. I'm really trying to go. I'm hoping that WizKids releases a schedule and I can plan a little more efficiently. So I'm holding out right now. If I go to the thing in Florida, it'll be like a last minute thing.
I was trying to get Newmark.
WizKids doesn't release a schedule, like if it's the only thing, like you gotta go. Like people are gonna want
definitely.
to go to it.
I really want to travel. So if it happens to be like the only thing, or there is no schedule released, then I'll make a last minute decision and I'll go. Definitely go. Because I want to go hang out. I want to have some fun.
Yeah,
I'm tired of clicking 2d6 on roll 20 and seeing like low or high algorithms. 3, 3, 4, 3, 5. Or it's like 12, 11, 9, 12, 11.
16. How did I get a 16?
I got burned out on
throw
roll
dice, man.
fast.
Well, yeah, I sent you a picture of my setup right now. There's no way I can roll 20 with me sitting here at a damn TV tray in my middle of my living room because everything is a disaster at this moment.
Whoa. Does your wife watch Downton Abbey as well, like a lot of ladies out there?
No, I don't think so.
No. Oh, that's too bad. Okay, well, my wife watches it a lot. It's like this, a show about servants in Old England or something like that. I was saying, like, she should be taking care of you right now, man, right?
Holy shit.
Her, she's got to take care of you.
Just pissing off everybody. You have absolutely...
I'm stirring up your household, too, man. I'm stirring it up.
Nah, she's more Peaky Blinders. Like, she'll cut you for saying some shit like that. That's where she's at.
Good thing I don't... All right. Hey. Well,
He's just insulting women.
Your state.
He's just...
You see, she makes him do the dishes.
That's right.
I wear no pants in this family. That's just...
You wear a short, little Jack Trippers, huh?
That's it. I wear short shorts and Timbos, even in the wintertime. That's how we roll. I did try getting Dave to host this Clix Cup in New Jersey. I'll say that.
Why? It's a dump, dude. It's like New York's dump.
No, because there is a... All right, so...
Next to a landfill.
No, I'll say this. So, all right. So when we played in Philadelphia, this will be the last story, and then we'll go ahead and sign off. So when we went to Philadelphia, I knew the tricks of being in Philadelphia. You stay across the bridge in Jersey because obviously it's a little cheaper, and then you just drive into town and you pay for parking. And then you can walk around and do whatever you want. So there's an amazing hotel with a really big, like, convention hall attached to it and a water park in the damn hotel.
So I can take a break from my game, go swimming.
Yes.
Go down the water slide a few times, come back in between rounds.
Yes. And on top of it, there is amazing food.
Has like a pool and stuff.
What's that?
I think the hotel he has like a pool and slides and stuff.
Yes, but you're also going into the asshole of America, into Florida.
What?
Compared to the armpit of America, that is New Jersey. So, I mean, so either way.
The armpit or the asshole? Which one do you guys want to go to?
I was just like, hey.
A lot of coffee. We have to wrap this up now.
We have to. Any chance I got to actually do unboxings or anything for WizKids, I just flushed. Completely flushed. We've just angered everybody. All right, well, this is Dishing Up Shots Fired, where we just make everybody upset, and
Is that still the show or what?
I have no... We're going to go there now, too, huh? We're going to go there, too? We're going to go ahead and we're going to bag on a show that may or may not even exist anymore?
Yeah. I guess so. No, we can wrap this up. We'll let them off the hook, I guess.
Yeah.
I want to say something for all the Clix podcasts out there. Can you stop doing your reviews until the whole set is released and then do a full set review?
No, because they have to be first.
I hate...
Reviews come out. We're going to do an hour
set review. And there's like a super prime not released. There's like 3 chases that aren't released yet. We don't know all the supers. But let's review the set. And then we have people listen to it. And then when everything comes out 3 weeks later, we'll do another set review.
I love that this is like the airing of grievances. No, keep going, man. This is great. This is good stuff. If you're not, all right. So I guess, all right. We'll get into that then. That's a good segue to another conversation. I was also, when I first came out, I was like, I need to get screenshots. I need to get stuff up. I've gotten to the point now where it's just like, you know what? Nah. I'll post it at my leisure. Like, I'll share some stuff. People can share to my page. I'll do a live video whenever I feel like doing one. Like,
yeah, what do you get out of it? A few thumbs up? A few of these? Like you're busting your ass for a couple of these and a little smile, I guess?
No, I do it I did it because it was fun. I did it because it was fun, and then I was like, oh man, I really gotta compete. And then I was like, I don't know why I'm competing.
Have fun.
I started doing it as a hobby. I started doing it, and I was very, very brash as well. And I kind of was like, maybe I should probably pull back on that a little bit too, which I did. But now it's like, I have a Patreon. I don't plug it that often. I give them free content or fun content on the Patreon, where I talk about goofy shit and stories and stuff from my past, and I don't know, and that's it. So I don't know, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Stuff are cool, but I just don't know. I don't know why podcasts, like, there's, I don't know, 20-some podcasts out there, and some people have long drives and they listen to them.
Yeah.
I don't know why people do full set reviews when the full set hasn't been released. Don't do a set review yet. Just wait.
Oh my gosh, who are those 2 annoying guys that always do that? The one cowboy cosplayer and his
Oh God.
His partner. And his partner, the cowboy cosplayer, and God, they're just so annoying. And then his bearded friend,
Simeon Bruce and Calder Ness. They're not annoying.
Oh my God. What are we doing?
No, I don't think it's Simeon.
What are we doing? Just insulting everybody.
Is that what it's called? Dial H?
Yes.
What the
Oh my God, those 2 guys, yeah. Those 2 guys, oh man. I'm going to their Facebook page tonight, and I'm going to let them have it on their Facebook page.
They don't even like the meta.
Okay.
Strictly casual.
I don't even know.
I'm just messing around. Those 2 guys are pretty cool.
All right, let's go on.
Cowboys and stuff. For
Okay,
cowboys and wrestlers, it's pretty cool.
Let's
Yeah,
talk
one's a
about-
cowboy, one's a wrestler.
Let's talk about how does Edward Shelton on Starting Over Podcast have 3 hour-and-a-half videos per set review? Anybody?
3.5 hour shows?
3 hour-and-a-half videos for one set.
So he's basically making the Snyder's cut out of set releases.
Exactly. That's what he
There
did.
you go.
Now I get it.
Like you get so Ed makes the Snyder's cut of set releases. Yeah, the wrestler and the cowboy they do something.
I don't know what
other guys that drink coffee and talk clicks. I don't know.
I don't know what the hell's going on anymore.
This community's all over the place.
Wait, I want to do a plug and shout out for Clix in it then, because Clix in it really they did 75 episodes in a year.
Wait, what?
They were punching out like 2 episodes a week.
Dang. Like they must. What do they do for a living?
I literally just backed away. I should just have you guys run the show. This is fantastic.
Your stitches out.
I literally just leaned forward and was like, oh God, that hurt really bad. I shouldn't have stretched. Oh. I will say, I think it's pretty impressive. Did Clix off just do like a 5-hour episode?
They must be super bored.
They're
lonely or something. I think they're lonely. If they're doing 5-hour episodes, they're lonely. Like someone needs to go and talk to them.
Are we supposed to pour one out for Married with Clix while we're at it?
Hey, all right, now we're crossing. I loved Mary. Good people.
I do.
We're just having a good time here.
We're saying they're gone.
We're having a good time here. I mean, tell them. Now tell them about the benefits of being in Phoenix Nest, Matty. When we go to these out-of-state conventions, whenever you have like lines for the concession stands for food, you cut in front of those motherfuckers. You look, I'm in Phoenix Nest, I don't give a damn. You cut in line and you get your food first. I'm just telling you, that's how it works. And if they have problems, you redirect them over to Edward Shelton.
Oh my God, my
And they usually
stomach.
like, okay, never mind.
I don't know how many guys are gonna stand up to Edward Shelton. He's probably about 6'6", probably about 270. Like he's pretty jacked.
That's what I'm saying. That's why we get these privileges. Like, hey, I'm with Phoenix Nest. I'm gonna cut in front of you. Oh, is that a Philly cheesesteak? My Philly cheesesteak. If they have problems, you just redirect them to Ed, and it's all good, man.
So, all right, so here we go. So, I'll give them props. Episode 150, clicked off. The FFFF set review, definitive mega episode. It's got 426 views, so hell, that's probably all of my videos combined. 5 hours, 21 minutes.
Whoa. No. How many reviews?
426 listens.
No.
On SoundCloud.
You know what? They're actually clicking their own links.
Come on, don't do that. Don't do that.
They're padding their stats here. I've seen this before. There's no way some Heroclix show is getting over 400 views.
No, man.
Set review.
Good for them. They did, yeah, all of their videos, or excuse me, podcasts, all 250, 300, 400.
Yeah, they're clicking their own stuff. They're like, I gotta see her and watch this again. Click. All right, here goes another hour. Click, watch it again. I'm telling you. Trust me, look, man, I know these things.
That's the show. I'm done. Guys, you have an
We're just having fun.
open. It's always
I swear, I love everybody, really.
if anybody takes anything that's said in this seriously, the only serious conversation was talking about your figure and rules.
Yeah, I'm just glad we got through that without any shenanigans.
And we actually have audio, and I actually was able to stream because of an Ethernet cable that I just purchased just for this video. So that was nice, because I'm right there with the 21st century now. So that's good. Broke my tripod in the middle of this video, so there is some video of just underneath my table. I have to go fix that now. All right, that's the show. So again, thank you guys for being on. Always a pleasure. Always an open invitation. Matt looks spent. Like George just signed a bunch of checks that his ass definitely can't cash. He's like, shh. He's like, I don't even know. I can't even laugh without holding my stomach right now. This sucks.
Oh
As always, thank you to our
It's
Patreon.
such a cool place to be, man. I love this community.
It
It's
is.
so much fun.
It is. I mean,
So much fun.
what's that?
I said that the reason I can't quit Heroclix is because of the community and friends.
You know, one thing we didn't get for winning that world championship, Matty, was a Scott Porter lap dance.
I'll pass
We
on
did-
that. That's
We
all
did not
we
get
did.
the
He's-
Scott Porter lap dance.
Nah, man.
Cameo.
He's got that Netflix money now from that Gina in Georgia. He can't. He's gonna be telling whiz kids, "Hey, y'all gotta get like Scott Porter light. You guys are gonna have to get Stephen Amell soon. I'm getting bigger than him.
I have to get my stunt double.
You guys gotta get yeah."
Porter. He looks sort of like me. He'll just do the cameos from now on.
Yeah. I mean,
Unboxing.
I got Netflix money now. This isn't Saturday Night Lights or none of that shit. I got Netflix money. I'm top 10 in America trending right now on Netflix. All right, so
He needs to go. He needs to turn heel, man. He's too babyface. He needs to turn heel and really, really start to dig into his villain side. If he did that, doors would probably open for him.
It'll happen the second he shows up to an actual like competitive tournament and like doesn't take it easy on anybody and like doesn't let anybody take back anything. Just starts like running through people.
That guy will never come to. He'll never come to a live Clix event because his demographic is like 35 to like 45-year-old males, and they're going to be gushing all over him all day. And he's going to be like, I'm never going to one of these things again because of this.
or what will happen is he'll sit down against he'll sit down against somebody and they just won't recognize him. He'll be like, "Hey man," and he'll be like super perky about it, and they'll be like, "Hey man, good to see you. Roll for initiative, bitch. Let's do this," and just smoke him.
PJ Bowling over there. Let's go talk to him.
Just run right through him, and then he'll be like, "Oh, this isn't fun and games like I thought it was. Let me tell you about Iceman." No, man. Take your 4 clicks of damage and shut up. I gotta go get a slice of pizza before the next round starts. You'll be at the back tables. See those tables up there? That's where I'll be. See those tables back there? That's where you'll be. Okay? Get used to being back there, pretty boy.
Used to being back there.
You gotta wear shorts and beanie hats to be at the top fucking tables.
Oh my god. Shorts and beanie hats.
I mean,
You guys are just strange and wherever it is you come from.
I don't wear beanie hats. I'm talking about Dustin Cedars.
Oh, right.
All right.
Yeah, shorts.
Shorts and beanie hats, man. You gotta have cool matching soccer jerseys and shit too with birds on them. Hey, look at you, blue. I wore the blue too. Is your name on the back? I know. I got number 13 on mine, just in case people forget who I am.
That's the logo. That's the logo of Team Chicken Hawk back there.
Team Firebird.
Yeah, Firebird.
Okay, well, we've just about pissed
Seriously,
up.
we gotta stop this. We're just like punch drunk at this point.
Literally just pissing everyone off. Let's go ahead. Let's. Who else haven't we taken? Who else haven't we taken any pot shots at? Let me see. We've got them. How about Team Ragnarok? Do those pansies still play Heroclix?
I don't know if they're still.
Or is Paris playing like cards or something? No.
Yeah, they kind of like just dropped off. I don't know.
He married Ronnie Molina yet? No? Who else can we upset? Who else can we talk about? How about the Eagles? How about those jackasses up in the Pacific Northwest, huh?
Oh my god, that's so funny. Because it's like Transformers the GoBots. Phoenix Nest, Transformers, Eagle Nest, GoBots. They're like the GoBots to Transformers, right?
Like call them the Eagles Nest? They're not even the Eagles Nest. They're the Eagles. I called them the Eagle. Eagles Nest was a tattoo shop here in Connecticut for a while.
Yeah, Eagle's Nest, right?
Fuck, it's just... I'm so bad I even butchered their name. They're not even Eagles. They're just the Eagles. How about Majestics? How about those markup prices by Pat Upoko? I'm still waiting for my Flash.
Yeah, right?
I know you refunded me. I just want the Flash.
I don't know how he sells some of that stuff so high. It doesn't make sense.
I just want my Flash.
Mark in the corner, dude. He's got the Golden Age mark in corner.
I can't get people to pay that much for my stuff.
You gotta be. I don't know. I told you he's got the market cornered for the golden age. That's what they do out there. They're like, well, he calls it Majestics Limited, which I do play on Sundays because Saturday, Sundays like my free days, so I usually get in his limited events.
How about Pusheen? Is Pusheen even a team?
Are they? I thought they're like whiz kids, right? No.
No. Kenji's been holding that team together for a while. Brian runs around judging stuff like a. It's usually that's the best part about watching going to Worlds is you have like the race between Barnstable, Solomon, and Brian Galley. Someone yells judge, and you just see three people just beelining towards stuff.
That's actually where we got the idea of making 3 Flash dials. It's based off of those 3.
Is it? It's not.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
Username because we got
That's it.
username. So
It's the judge dial.
Stable, Green, and Solomon.
That's what it is. Barnstable. We got Barnstable, Solomon, and Galley.
I like it Barnstable. Like Barnes and Nobles, Barnstable.
Oh man.
Oh man.
All right, I think we've made it. I think we've. All right.
This is like the 6th or 7th time we're saying we're gonna sign up.
But then there's usually like someone. I'm gonna point the finger at you guys. You bring up another podcast or somebody else to poke at. So, I mean, who else?
Yeah, we're just having fun.
Who else is there? Do we want to like what about Team Murder Mitten? We want to shit on Marcus Zilla and Critical Hit Customs, one of the sponsors of this show. Do we want to tell Jeremiah Peterson his trays are garbage while we're at it too?
Whoa.
Like, what do we want to do? Like,
I'm out.
I have a Peterson tray. I mean, no. With that being said, thank you to Jeremiah Peterson and Critical Hits Customs, guys who are always doing boards and tokens and stuff for all of my giveaways, and
Oh my god.
who sponsor the show and kind of help out whenever we do
Who else has shows like this? The fun shows.
charity events. So.
All right, seriously, we gotta wind this down.
So yeah, we're done. So Critical Hits Customs, thank you guys, Jeremiah Peterson, for always backing up any of the charity events that I do. Thank you to Sargis Comics and Games out here in New London, Connecticut, for always sponsoring the show as well. Thank you to you guys and all the Patreons. George, Matt, I don't want to see you guys back on the show again for quite a while because this one is.
Yeah,
I'm going to get messages. I think Calder is already on his way. He's on the Shield helicarrier, dressed up as Cap, on his way to the house.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Boys, it's been a pleasure. I'm hitting the end stream button on the YouTube now. Take care.
Do it.